Jonathan is dead.
And Abigail is watching his wheelchair burn. The flames leak down the wooden floor, spreading to the curtains. And then the draper is on the walls. Higher and higher they go. I am the fire. I'm eating everything. I bring this man to down. Through me they all must come. Spirits flying through the air. Spirits crossing over to the other side, to rest in peace and never die again, and to be with all gone friends. Death comes to those who live here in the past. They will use the flames to lead their heroes. Abigail is watching the spirits and the flames around her long black dress. Around and around they go until they touch. Abigail is on fire! Where's Abigail singing by the flames? Her body starts to fade. Emptiness is growing inside. Slowly she's leaving her body behind, and the spirits are right by her side.
So she forgot one little thing while doing all this, while ending the revenge and wiping all the evil away from this house, freeing the spirits. she forgot her little twin in the process. So the story goes on. It may not get over yet.
I know it's not over because one of the strands of the virus is still gonna be remaining on Earth or around the mansion, and which was very important one, and she is still gonna be there.
Yeah, so King Diamond left a little door open for maybe Abigail 3. I don't know if there's an Abigail 3 or
Right.
something similar.
Right.
Yeah, so he left a little door open towards the end of this album, unless it ends with the last two songs itself. Yeah.
This one actually more or less tried to conclude it. It was like a summary of sorts. All the ghosts and all the spirits that were all around, they used to be chased out or things like that. I wonder why so many spirits were there, who was causing some sort of, spirits are there when people who die, didn't die right in the right way, or before their death was due and things like that, or maybe somebody was
And
causing
they had
them.
some jobs incomplete.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the
Real-
deadbeat thing.
Yeah, real like deadbeat and the other
incomplete
shoe.
life. By the time they died, so she has given them all the last passage to get out through the fire that is burning, including her. But again, the little one is left behind.
Let's listen to the last two songs and get an idea what happens with the little one now.
did she go? She must have slipped into the dark again. Not too far away, I see a light, and there is little one standing by the wall. The lantern in her hand is lighting up the coffin on the stair. I used to know your sister, your eternal spirit twin. Oh, but Abigail was way too busy with revenge. And now you're stuck in hell, and you're all a lonely soul who'll never ever find a home. Oh no! She cannot find her mommy, 'cause mommy's in the floor, and she doesn't even know who her mother is. But it's not your mommy you're looking for. It's yourself.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
so it ends on a dramatic note.
It's
It's
yourself.
not your mommy that you're looking for, it's yourself. Okay.
I don't know how does that make sense to me. It's a child and it's looking for the mommy, but it is looking for itself.
So basically, she is the mother of herself.
Yeah.
Some weird way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Miriam is not her mother because anyway she never became.
Either way, there's this little girl who's plays center stage in this song, and definitely she's the only one left behind, it seems. Mother's buried in the floor. Is it really a mother?
No,
Obviously
it's
not,
herself.
because it's at the end it says the mother is herself.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's difficult to put two and two together on this one, right now at least. But yeah, this is very interesting. It sounded really good, well done vocally, excellent album. You definitely are pulled into it. You know, even though at times you feel, oh, it might be the usual King Diamond thing, you definitely get back into it. He pulls you back in. He has a way with his voice, with his words. The music is just beautiful in this one. There's not much of the presence of other instruments apart from the usual Western rock instruments, which is of course disappointing for a person like me who likes diversity in music. And whenever I don't get it, yes, I'm not happy personally, and I don't like investing in artists who don't respect diversity in music. But apart from that, definitely this was a great album to listen to.
It has been an enthralling story and storytelling both. So this one has been something that you will remember for a long time, especially because of all the voices, the dramatic sound effects, and characterization that took place in this one. Everything was vivid, everything was clear, everything was pretty established. Even the child now, the little one, is being established. Everything that is happening right now, even after the spirits have gone, was clearly laid out.
Yeah, definitely this will be incomplete. I know there's one more song, it's like less than a minute long as I can see the
Sorry,
time.
dear.
I think this will be left incomplete, Kirti. I don't know what is going to happen now. Is there another album with another name or something? Let us know.
Let's find out. Yeah, I can't wait.
Our patron Marco has requested this album, A National Acrobat
Acrobat.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
And definitely yeah, it's interesting to listen to albums. I hope this album goes online. The last one we did, for some reason or the other, it hasn't been claimed yet by the label of King Diamond. It's either it gets claimed or it doesn't. But usually we know within a while. In this case, strangely, it's been over a month, but we still don't know. So it's sad because a lot of effort goes into doing this. And if it actually doesn't go to an audience, even if the audience is fairly limited for music like this on our channel, it's sad. It's really sad for us because a lot of time goes into it. So I hope this one goes online because it's a much better album than the last one, to be honest. Vocally, lyrically, musically, every which way. Yes, there were a couple of very strong songs in the last one, particularly the last one and the first one. But apart from that, there was one song, I think the third or the fourth song, which was really good musically and all. There was violin and all that in there.
Where the violin was.
But this whole album has been good throughout. Every song has been good. I can't pick a song which sounded bad.
And it completes, each of them complete themselves. There, everything was like individual.
Yeah, disconnected.
Yeah.
So let's get on with it. Let's get it over with. It's Sorry Dear, less than a minute long. That's it for this one.
I want to go home. It's so cold down here. I don't like the dark. Mommy, where are you? Mommy, will I ever see you again? Please come back and take me away from here.
Sorry, dear.
I do like the dark though.
So another twisted, dramatic ending to the whole album. She finally likes the dark now. All of a sudden, she felt alone, lonely, all those things in one, and scared of the dark. Now suddenly she's okay with it all. There was this very deep, manly voice, right? Of King Diamond. Sorry, dear. So what is that all about? Who's this now?
I think it is the horseman, one of the horsemen who introduced the entire album, how it is gonna go. Abigail is coming and things like that, and he's the one who's closing it too. So he's somewhat like a guardian of Abigail.
Oh.
It looks like. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, so there was a lot of songs in this one that we heard. Spare This Life started with the song Spare This Life. Again, pretty similar to this song. Narration in there, of course, mainly by King Diamond, setting things up. Then there was a storm, there was the mansion in sorrow, then there was Miriam. You know, we get an introduction to Miriam, and then the little one. Very soon after that, the fifth song on the album is Little One, where this little one is introduced and talked about. Then the slippery stairs, the crypt, the broken glass, all this was the revengeful part of the album. More Than Pain, the revengeful part, the wheelchair. Then comes to the spirits who are freed and things like that, the 11th song. 12th song was Mommy, this little one searching for a mommy. And then the 13th, Sorry Dear. And that ends it all. But there's no mommy, but she's used to the dark now. So she's okay with things. And she'll perhaps forever haunt this place. Even though it's all burned down, so I don't know how it will be.
There is no mansion, right?
Yeah, have you heard anything like that follows up a little one like that? Possibly we've already heard it, if there's a continuation or something.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, not this one, I think.
What are your final thoughts on this?
I thoroughly enjoyed this one. This one had all the elements of an exciting album, and especially when it was made more like a musical. It sounded great. I liked everything about this one. Would be one of those albums where everything seems complete, everything seems nice, and I would, this I'm saying, I think. For so many times now, that these stories are very good to make movies even today. I don't know why not made, or maybe from Hollywood I've seen some horror movies. It's not something that I really enjoy watching often. I do see glimpse of these things put in here and there, bits and pieces. I don't know when did King Diamond make it, but a lot of his work is from many decades ago. I don't know when this one came, but I do see a lot of people have copied his stuff in bits and pieces. Whether copied or they all are very similar.
I mean, there are plenty of horror stories.
Yeah. So it all
Plenty of ghost stories,
gets mixed
plenty
up.
of horror stories,
And they
plenty
all
of spirit
more
tales
or
out
less
there.
are
So,
abnormal
yeah,
and they
so
come to the same
plenty
thing.
of them. So we can't really say who's copied who, who's inspired by who, because at the end of the day, it's more or
It's just
less
imagination.
a couple of themes at the max.
Yeah.
That's in fact, King Diamond is one of those rare writers where you actually have heard that there can be more than a couple of different ways
Lot
to
of characters.
put a horror story across
Yeah.
or a ghost story across. So yeah, this is unique, but definitely there are plenty of horror stories and ghost stories out there, and yeah, one can never get through it all. I had a ghost story website once upon a time with over 10,000 ghost stories, and I could never
Make out which is
complete.
which is
Never
different.
complete reading all of them, and by the end of it, I didn't want to also.
Right.
By the end of it, I said this more or less sounds the same to
They
me.
have similar
This
strands.
is like that,
Yeah.
this is like that, that is like this. that
everything is
like that.
abnormal and everything
Yeah,
is this,
so when
that,
you have
and
that many stories to read, by the end, I said this is more, there's no variety. So I was kind of fed up myself, being the person who loved those stories and who actually contributed a lot to that section of my website. And built it into a huge portal, becoming the largest ghost story website in the world. So yeah, I do in the past, of course, I'm talking about good 15, 20 years ago now. There was a thorough fascination I had with ghost stories and horror stories. And perhaps you could call me a master of them, in the sense that I owned this huge site and I had people from over 200 countries coming to visit it on a daily basis.
also
very,
submitting
very
their
popular.
stories.
Submitting their stories too. So yeah, I mean, I definitely read a lot, but this is good. This is a good story.
This was good.
It is confusing. That is what is disappointing. Then the uniqueness, no choice of different instruments used. That would have given it so much dimension.
But I
So
do like
definitely-
the diversity in the vocals.
Yeah, so vocal diversity is there, but musical diversity was disappointing in this one. Extremely disappointing in this one. For me, I have great respect for artists who use musical diversity in choosing the instruments and the sound. So for me, this was a great disappointment. But apart from that, this is a great album. This is a personal choice, but still, I love the album, and definitely it's worth listening to it a few more times and going back to Abigail, the
Wow.
initial album.
Yeah.
So that's it for this one. I definitely, you can support us on our Patreon page if you're at all interested or want to request a few songs for us to listen to. Do check out our playlist. We have reacted to 8,000 plus songs, I think, right now, different songs. So please definitely check out our playlist by searching on YouTube with the song name and followed by our channel, or our channel name Inoma followed by the song name, to know whether we've already done it.
Yeah.
Of course, many of those videos and songs are offline, including 3 or 4 albums of King Diamond that we've heard. So yeah, you may not always find everything, but still try. And if you're not sure, leave us a message on Patreon or in the comment section. And if at all we do come across that comment, because there's so many comments now, and most of them just go to the review, under review and all, and we really don't have time to go through those, frankly. So it's disappointing that the system is built that way, that we really can't even read our own comments, but at times we don't even want to. So it's okay for now. So that's it for this. Thanks for the request, Marco. We enjoyed this album, and let's hope it goes online.